Good morning. This is my first TikTok I'm making where I'm not stitching or duetting or somebody else. Just wanted to come on and say it sucks that TikTok is leaving in 6 months because they're not going to divest, which in my opinion really sucks. Sharp things I shouldn't mention. I'm quite angry at our government for doing this. But I am starting to make some content over on my YouTube channel now. I have type 2 diabetes. I've had it, I've had it for probably a few months, but officially I've had it for 4 weeks now. And I've been making a few videos and comments over on the YouTube side discussing how I'm processing it, how I'm working through it, and how I'm having to change my life. And I thought, this is something that could be useful to somebody at some point as they are looking for diabetic content. They're like, hey, I'm new to type 2 and I'm having to process this, and there's so many emotions and so many things I can't do and so many things I have to do, and do I get a CGM? Do I have to test 5 times a day? What are good numbers? All these other things. It's hard. Sometimes it hits you emotionally really hard, and you're just like, am I going to live 10 years? Am I going to live what if I get diabetic ketoacidosis? Things like that, which as a type 2 diabetic, I don't have to worry about anywhere near so much. Not saying it's impossible, but unless I go really crazy, I don't really have to worry about it too much. And I'm not on insulin, so I'm at the very beginning of this. And in the end, I can be pretty chill, or as we would have said back in the 80s when I was a kid, copacetic about it. But I'll say I'm definitely still struggling with it some. I want to control it through diet and exercise. I've met with my doctor. I've also met with a certified diabetes educator and kind of passed my plan by both of them, who have said, yes, that's great. That's wonderful. It sounds like you've done your research. You're planning on being well controlled, and you understand how to do it. Of course, the hard part is doing it. I'm still struggling with how to incorporate vegetables into my meals. I'm really struggling with that. I'm going to reach out to the Kaiser Dietitian Services. They've got I think it's a 4-week plan, 4-week thing where you check in every week. This is what I'm going to eat. This is what I'm going to work out. This is what happened to me last week. Almost like a therapy group, but for diabetes. And I actually kind of wish I had one of those, just more, I guess, long term as I think about it. I'm in a therapy group anyways. And that's really useful for me. But it's DBT. It's not for diabetes. And as I think about it, and I'm actually thinking about this out loud, like right now. Yeah, I kind of wish I had a diabetes therapy / support group. It's really more support, but where we met and once a week, communicate by Zoom, and we just kind of talk through, this is what I ate this last week, this is how it affected me, these are events I had, where I had low or high blood sugars, or this was a surprise, I can have ice cream, or whatever. And also, this is my plan for the coming week, and almost hold ourselves accountable to each other. And I kind of like that idea, because I'm also struggling with incorporating exercise into my life, and how in the world am I supposed to fit that in when I already feel like I'm running late most of the time. I have too much work to do. I am, you can just hear me. I am still really struggling with figuring out what I'm doing. So I thought I would just mention that I may start making more diabetes content on my actual channel here. Although I also recognize that TikTok may end up kind of going away. Although I'm on an Android, I can sideload the dang app, and the U.S. government can suck my probably something I got to keep at least somewhat family friendly. I think it's Sucker Sharp Rock. I just parked, so I'm safe. I think it's Sucker Sharp Rock. I'll sideload the app if I have to on my Android, and I'll use VPN if I have to. TikTok has a really great format for short videos, short content, nice and focused. I love that as somebody with ADHD. But as somebody with diabetes, I want to connect with that community. I think that's really important to me, to have somebody else going through the same things that I am, or who has gone through the same things that I have. In fact, it'd be awesome if I could connect with somebody who's like, at least a few years ahead of me, and kind of go like, yeah, that's really important. Really focus on that. Or, hey, don't stress, don't worry about that. It'll be fine. In 10 years you'll have to worry about it, but for right now, don't stress. It'd be nice if I had that. And I think that's something that I wasn't, and I'm still not really getting. I replace it with research and reading and watching TikToks and watching YouTube videos. But man, I really think I want to connect with others in the diabetes community in a very interactive way. So I thought I'd just put that out there. I would normally just post to Facebook, like a few years ago, I would have just posted to Facebook and been like, yeah, just so you guys know, like I've got type 2 diabetes and, I'm still working through it. And I have friends who are on Facebook. And I think in some ways Facebook is a really good way for me to connect with my friends. But at the same time, I hate Meta right now. I'm sorry. They're the ones who are pushing to get rid of TikTok so bad. They want to be so damn relevant. And I hate them for it. And yes, every TikTok creator, as I come across their videos, if I'm following them or if I add them, I'm also going in and like, do you have an Instagram? Do you have a YouTube? Let me go follow you on those, because I know that in 6 months, a lot of that stuff is going to be dried up from TikTok. And that frustrates me so bad, because there's nowhere else that has something like this. YouTube Shorts, YouTube's algorithm sucks. It sucks. It basically just gives me the people I'm already following. I'm like, but that's not what TikTok does. TikTok gives me new people I didn't have before, And yeah, TikTok Shorts suck. And Instagram is just pictures. And like some videos, I guess, I don't know, that algorithm also is really just people you follow. TikTok doesn't do that. TikTok gets you more. Mind you, I actually kind of wish that somebody like Blue Sky or somebody would incorporate some short form video element, because that might be a really cool way to avoid censorship, because that's what my government is doing, is censoring. And yeah, I kind of wish they'd do something like that, because then them or I mean, I guess Mastodon, but the whole Fediverse thing, I think, is, I don't know. The problem is, because it's so federated, you don't get good recommendations, and that's the part I really like about TikTok. Anyways, I know that's a bit rambling. ADHD meds have apparently not quite kicked in. Either that or I just need to go eat some food, which I'm going to go eat some food. But I may start actually posting content to my channel that isn't just stitches and duets, but is actually me talking about how this has affected me. And I might even go back. I have posted some stuff to my YouTube channels. I need to probably combine those two, because I think that one of my channels was really about my thoughts while I was driving. And now that I look back on it, I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to really do that or not. I might just see what I can do to like merge them over into my main channel, just have all my content in one place. But I might go edit some of those and post them on TikTok, as sort of a, hey, this is what I was going through at the beginning. I guess it's more likely if I get more time and TikTok stays around. Otherwise, I hope you guys all have a good day.